After its debut as weightlifting in the Tokyo 1964 Paralympic Games, the sport, now known as powerlifting, expanded from just male lifters with a spinal cord injury to include athletes with physical impairments that affect their lower limbs or hips, or athletes with short stature. Female powerlifters made their Paralympic debut in 2000. Powerlifting is the ultimate test of upper body strength, and you'll often see athletes lifting more than 3 times their own body weight. Powerlifters are split into 10 different categories based on body weight for each gender. Powerlifting consists of one discipline, a bench press. Unlike the able-bodied sport where athletes use their feet on the floor to assist the bench press, Paralympic athletes lie totally flat on a completely different style of bench. Each competitor has 2 minutes to complete their attempt. When the lifter has the bar under full control, they must wait until they receive the command start. Start! Then they have to lower the bar in a controlled manner and definitively stop it on the chest. Next, they press it upwards, lock out both elbows simultaneously and hold the bar under control until the referee's command to wrap. At least 2 white lights are required from 3 referees for a good lift. A red light indicates a bad lift. Athletes have 3 attempts, and the winner is the athlete that lifts the heaviest weight. In the 3rd round, 2 weight changes are permitted. The weight change can be higher or lower. No changes are allowed if the lifter has already been called to the platform by the speaker, and or if the bar has already been loaded. To attempt a new record, it must exceed the previous one set by a minimum of 0.5 kilograms. Where a world record is broken during the actual 3 lifts of competition, the 0.5 kilograms does not count towards the competition total, but is rounded down to the full kilogram. The jury may allow a 4th attempt for a world record. This adds suspense to the competition, as a lifter could break the world record but may not win gold. Powerlifting offers a tense and dramatic spectacle where coaches have to be good strategists as their athletes battle to outlift their rivals.
Back again in Tbilisi for the 2021 World Powerlifting Championships. And we've got the final section, Group A, men's up to 97 kilo final. We have had a world record today and a sensational world record by a huge margin. Is that coming up for us here? Well, who knows? As usual, we have got all the champions here, and it may have been a Paralympic year, but the fact the World Championships are on for the first time so soon after a Paralympic Games, due to necessity, of course, the fields are as strong as ever. If not stronger, it's a chance for those who didn't win gold in Tokyo for instant revenge. There've been hardly anybody pass up the chance to add to their glory here. Mohammed El Dib is the world record holder, 243 kg. A tally which has now been surpassed by the next weight division down, 88 kg. World record today going to 250 kilograms. Absolutely incredibly. Here's the field. And just about everybody in here has been a champion at one time or another. Jan Panpan, the Paralympic champion. Milenkovic, the European champion. Abdel Hadi, the world champion. Soli Puravanjani, the world champion as well, an Asian champion. Abdel Hadi, African champion. Al Junaidi, he's held the title too. And Fabio Torres is going in heaviest. Here are your referees, Conrado Bernacci, Pascalina Neranzaki and Olga Prokopishkina. And your jury ready, and so are the athletes, bound for glory in the final of the men's up to 97 kg.
Please welcome
Prospects that we could go very high in this. Up to 220 we're going to see an attempt in this first round. It's not very far away from the world record. Action's about to begin. So Stefan Roscoe of Moldova, we have already seen his teammate Denis Raul reach 175, which is not bad going. Roscoe hasn't been in the Paralympic Games since 2012. European silver in 2013. Former boxer based in Chisinau, the capital. Silver in the Agro World Cup in 2019, spotted by a professional powerlifting coach. Unusual story, asked, do you think this is something you might be good at? And here he is in another World Championship final. Starting off at 193, and this to send him second in the standings behind Sachin Chowdhury, 202. A very impressive tally in Group B. He's got it. Stefan Roscoe, second place, 3 out of 3, sets the standard, but will need the standard to slip from those a little bit higher up the board. Next up, Jan Pan Pan, the Paralympic champion. Glory in Tokyo. It was his first Paralympic Games, and there he was, above the rest, gloriously. World silver for him previously, Asia Oceania bronze, China champion for the first time as recently as 2017. From Kangzhou originally, his Hebei province, national coach Sangzhou Gang, and he was an electrical repairman when a passerby customer just said, powerlifting could be good for you. And here's the net result. He's the Paralympic champion. So going for 205, and he's starting reasonably low, but expect potential large jumps from him. 205, he is our new leader. Overtakes Chowdhury. That's the first thing dealt with. But how large will those jumps be from here on in? Because surely he's having a look at gold. He started 223 in Tokyo, the Paralympic Games. 227 he went to. He had a world record attempt in the final round. 243.5, didn't get it. Mohamed El Dib still holds that. Peter Milinkovic of Serbia comes up next. The European champion, 225 his lifetime best from the Mexico City World Championships 4 years ago. Former athlete, good athlete, shot putter for Serbia. Decent in field events there. Fifth in Tokyo in the Paralympic Games, fifth twice at World Championships. European gold in Bergsamir after a silver in Eger in 2015. Based in Belgrade, which having been there for a few European athletics events, the European Indoors 2017, the European Cross Country, which is actually usually around this time of year, Christmas 2013. They've just got sports facilities everywhere. Public parks, chess, tennis, along with the usual stuff. He was a shot putter, by the way, in para-athletics, and a youth karate champion. And he is coached quite regularly by Josh Bryant. This for the lead for 212. Has he got it? No, 2-1 against. And Milinkovic had prospects. I don't think he'll worry too unduly about that, to be frank. It was a close run thing. He might just decide to stick another few on the bar in the next round.
Spotter loaders, please. 214 kilos. Racket 17.
2-1 margin against. It was close. It was very close. Hani Abdelhadi up next for Egypt. London 2012 for his lifetime best of 2:41. When he won Paralympic gold. World champion in 2010, he's the reigning African champion now. Lives in Giza, Telecom Egypt club, whom he's with. Bronze in a different weight category in Tokyo. 2:14 he's going for. This for the lead.
Abdelhadi got a silver at 2019 Worlds in the lighter weight class, the 88.
Abdelhadi has twice medalled at Worlds. That 2010 gold, the 2019 silver. African Games champion 2015, along with the African Championship in Algiers 3 years ago. So he's still really well primed. And 2:41 he can go to that. That was 9 years ago. Go there if he has to. Abdelhadi going for 2:14 for the lead. He's tested himself a lot there. The clock was running down, but he's got it. He has got it. He was wavering a bit. I'm sure he never did out. That was a good effort. That was a good effort. He made use of that. Mumtaz Al-Junaidi next of Jordan, 2:29. His lifetime best from the 2014 World Championships in Dubai. That's when he won gold. He had been a silver medalist in 2010 in Kuala Lumpur. Paralympic bronze, his best in 2008. Fourth in Tokyo. He was 6 kilos away from a medal. He went 2:15 in the opening round, 2:22 in the second round. Had he got it, would have won him bronze. 2:23, which he went for in the third, would have won him silver. Jan won with 2:27. Soli Poravanji second, 2:22. Fabio Torres third, 2:21. Al-Junaidi 4-2-5, and Milenkovic was 5th, 2-0-3. This for the lead for 2-1-5 for Al-Junaidi. He can go heavier, of course. You can see that he can. Good lift, 2-1, Al-Junaidi. .45 now. Mutaz Al-Junaidi with the future club, lives in Amman. Waited and waited, then got the result he wanted. Two to come. And it is the reigning Asia-Oceania Asian Games and defending world champion Syed Hamed Solih Poravanji. 236, his lifetime best, and that this year. He's 32, silver in the Paralympic Games in Tokyo. Hadn't medalled there before, gold in Nur Sultan 2 years back. That after 2 championships in a row with silver medals. 4th in 2010 in Kuala Lumpur. Back-to-back golds in the Asian Games. 2014 in Incheon, in 2018 in Jakarta. Gold in Akita-Kyushu in the most recent Asia-Oceania Championships. Silver and bronze before then. Tehran is home sweet home. Let's see, we did a couple of lifters yesterday wearing glasses coming on and popped them on the floor, which might be practical, but I kept thinking someone was going to stand on them. Of course, if you were near this man, you wouldn't go near his glasses. 2-1-7, this for the lead, this to go into the gold medal position. He set the standard, 1 to come in this opening round. Solih Poravanji, 3 out of 3. Good crowd in again tonight, as usual. Made up of those within the bubble of coaches and other athletes. Brilliant lifting, and he can go higher. We know that. 1 to come, and here is the America's champion, bronze in this, in Tokyo at the Paralympic Games. It was his first Paralympics medal, bronze in the last 2 World Championships. Silver in the last 2 Pan Ams, but he took gold in Bogota, the Americas. Fabio Torres, who has a special foundation up and running to get extra people into sport. Gestione Amore Vida, helping people with impairment, senior citizens and children in need in Bogota. And that's where the Americas were held. What a place to succeed in a continental competition. And also it's worth pointing out his foundation helping those in need a lot during the last 20 months of COVID and the pandemic, helping people eat. Now, medals are great, but this is something special. Henry Oviedo is his coach. .218 for the lead for Torres. Originally was pitching it at 222. So 218. The exhalation followed by not much jubilation, but Fabio Torres is in the lead and he knows the biggest work is yet to come. The most relevant work. He's into the lead. Didn't end up going as high as we were told that he would do. But don't worry, there's 2 rounds to go. Fabio Torres leads for Colombia 2-18. Soli Poravangi for Iran 2-7 in second place. Al Junaidi third for Jordan 2-5. Abdel Hadi 4 for Egypt 2-4. And the Paralympic champion Jan Panpan 5th 2-05. But don't worry, Jan may be down in 5th right now, but he's aiming much higher in round 2. He's well in the hunt for gold. Stefan Roska, Moldova's done well to get 2 lifters knocking around the same weight division. Obviously for the Paralympic Games they have to switch count of 2 from the same nation in that. Places are at a premium at the Paralympic Games anyway. So Stefan Roska 2:02, it's a leap of 9. If he gets this, he goes 6th. He's already guaranteed his highest world championship finish thanks to that previous lift. 9th in the Paralympic Games was good as well. European silver in 2013. He didn't compete at the 2018 Europeans in Bergamo. Didn't get a mark in 2015 in Eger. Right now 2:15 is bronze, 2:02 would put him 6th, but he'd still be 13 kilos off the medals. And there's 3 kilos dividing the top 3. Roska going high. Oh, that's not good. It's the press sequence from all 3. And it might have put him in a bit of extra contention, but he slips back a bit now. Quite majorly so, Stefan Roska. He can go for it again, but there's now a danger he might be left behind in his final. In saying that, he is 7th, and if it all finished now, we would be looking at his best ever finish in a World Championship. The lowest he can finish is 8th, and same story. The power sport, the strength sports, certainly a big deal. And Moldova, among other places. Serbia, stepping across the Balkans, you can more or less say the same. But Milenkovic going again now for 2-6, so he is staying with his pattern. He was close to 2-2. It makes sense that it not being a terrible lift, but not using the official term, a good lift, that he would stay to what his intention was for round 2, and that his intention is 2-6, and that would put him into the bronze medal position. Peter Milenkovic, the reigning European champion. He's certainly well in the hunt. He gets this, he goes 3rd. Then it's his hope that a few may trip up from there. How was that chest sequence? It was good, and everything else was good. Milenkovic, 2-6. He goes into the bronze medal position. Well, he's well in the hunt now. 4 kg dividing the top 5. Strong lift. got all the elements correct. That's just what you want to see. Abdul Hadi for Egypt. 2-4 in the opening round. This for 2-9. This to go into the gold medal position. The Paralympic champion in London 2012. The world champion Kuala Lumpur 2010. That was the second of 3 World Championships held in Kuala Lumpur. Busan held the one in between 2006. So this to go into the gold medal position, this 2-9. We've gone to 2-4-1 previously, which was a world record. Mohammed Al Kib's world record in this 2-4-3, stretching back 5 years to Dubai in the Fazar World Cup. So if he gets this, he goes into the gold medal position. Concentrated. Abdul Hadi well in the mix and into the lead. White out, 3 out of 3. Abdul Hadi, that was a brilliant lift. Still in contention for a second world title. All the elements present and correct. The eyes out on stalks. Abdul Hadi, 11 years after his first World Championship title, looking for a second. What leap will come from him in the third round? A big leap coming from this man in the second. He's 6th right now, but the Paralympic champion, Yan Pan Pan, 14 kilos added to the bar, and this to go into the gold medal position. He means business. 2:27, his gold medal winning mark. 2:21 was bronze in Tokyo. If he gets this, 2:18 will already be bronze here, and the prospect of a lot more to come. Yan Pan Pan to put the pressure on everybody and to suddenly elevate from way down the field into the gold medal position, and that is what he has done. Didn't think he was a contender just because he was starting low down. Yan Pan Pan hits the front. And this is where he can start picking off his rivals. Completely different tactics from the Paralympic Games, where he started high and stayed high, but here he's got a nice easy lift in first, and then he is pounced. And at worst, he will be 4th at the end of this round. Al Junaidi and Torres, as they surely expected, are feeling his breath on their necks. Al Junaidi, 2:20, lifted 2:15 in the opening round. The 2014 world champion in Dubai. Silver in 2010. Those are his only world championship medals. 5 world championships. This is his 6th. No mark from him in the last 2 world championships, and it happened to him at Rio 2016 as well. It recovered to 4th in Tokyo. Here he comes. Strong lift, 220 to go into the lead. He's not done it. And now the pressure's on. It was the press sequence, and they all voted him down on that. Trying to keep it on track. It's just losing a bit of control there. Has Pan picked off one of his big rivals? Must give a quick correction. Alginati was 4th in the last World Championships, edged out in a head-to-head by Fabio Torres by 60 grams. I was working on that. Suddenly came to memory, but it was no mark in the previous Worlds in Mexico City. Hey, speaking of Fabio Torres, it was 225 that won him bronze in Nur Sultan. It's 222 now. 221 won him bronze in Tokyo. This to go into the gold medal position. Our leader is still Jan Pan Pan. The leap of 14 kilos by Jan Pan Pan certainly has made the others think. Torres to go top. Soli Poravangi to go after him. So Torres, the America's champion in his home city of Bogota. That was a really good championship 3 years ago. Great venue, nice setting. He strained a bit there, you know, he slowed down towards the end. Will he be forgiven? He won't be. That press has cost him. And a call against him on bar control as well. It's meant that all 3 referees have voted him down for that. Jan Pan Pan still leads. Torres has crumbled a little. And Alginati as well. It's been a tactical masterclass from the Chinese, but he still has to get the result over the line, and he still has 1 more to lift in this second round. Syed Soli, Syed Hamid Soli Poravangi of Iran, and he's going for 225, 236 man in his career. If he gets this, he's in the lead. This is 3 kilos above the mark that earned him silver in Tokyo. He missed his first 2 lifts at 221 and 222, close to a wipeout, rebounded 222. It's quite a routine from him there. The man who holds the gold from last time out, the Asia, Oceania and Asian Games champion. This to lead, this to displace Jan Pan Pan. And he's driven it well. He's driven it very well. That should be okay. It is okay. He leads. His battle to defend his world title is going well. A whiteout. 3 out of 3. He kept his composure. It's still very tight at the top. It's not a 2-horse race just yet. But Solly Poravangi goes top with a lift of 225. And there's a good chance that we will go beyond the Paralympics result. Solly Poravangi leads 225 for Iran. Yan second for China, 219. Abdelhadi third for Egypt, 219. Fabio Torres fourth, 218. The world champion 1. The Paralympic champion 2. African champion 3. America's champion 4. European champion 5. We're not done yet. Stefan Roska, 202. 8th place to go 7th. Either way, it is his best ever World Championship result. And for Moldova to get 2 in the 1 category in a World Championship, that's not going to raise all the way. It's praise to Moldova, the way they've set things up. Praise to Roska for reaching the final in Group A. He will finish 8th. No one could overtake him or dislodge him, but he couldn't get it raised all the way through. And he may feel that it's a lost opportunity to improve on what he's done before, but it's his best global result ever. 193 for Stefan Rosko from Moldova. Mutaz Al-Junaidi started the 3rd highest, going for 220, but every lift from here on in is a tussle for a medal. Everything from here on in is going for silver at least. Al-Junaidi 220, there are 2, possibly 3 going for gold. Al-Junaidi ready at 220. This to put him into the silver position. Abdelhadi currently in the bronze medal position. He's 223 later. Jan Panpan and Abdelhadi have both lifted 219. Now at the moment, after this, the next 4 in a row are down to go for 223. And if that follows through, then the gold's already decided. But depends what this man does. Al-Junaidi trying to get into 2nd place on 220. And he has done it! He has done it! He is up into the silver medal position, and he's leapfrogged all of them. He only just made that, Al-Junaidi. That took a lot of strength and resolve in the reserves. Surely we're being reduced. But he got there. Slightly more energy reserves than Europe at the moment, Al-Junaidi. That was a fabulous lift. He goes into second place. Now that surely changes everybody's complexion, and suddenly everybody's looking around their shoulder. Al-Junaidi missed 220 in the second round. I'd love to know what he'd have gone for in round 3 had he actually made it in round 2, and if he'd have got that in round 3. It's Abdul Hadi now in 4th, trying to get into silver, and they're all man marking each other, and it looks like they're going to let Solly Poravanjani go for now. Abdul Hadi is going for 223. So there are 4 men in a row doing this. If they all get it, it's worth knowing the lightest in body weight is Jan. Then it's Abdul Hadi. Then it's Torres. Milinkovic would have been after Abdul Hadi, but he's now elected to go for 224. The chess match is on. Abdul Hadi aiming for silver. Originally he was looking at 227, and that would have been attack on the gold medal. So here he comes, 223. Raising it. It's there. Is it good? You know it is! And so does he! Abdul Hadi! The London 2012 champion, the 2010 world champion is up into silver. It's an immense lift. 2-1. Immense strength. Who knows where this is going to end? Al-Junaidi down to bronze. Celebration time. So next up, Fabio Torres. He's 5th for Colombia. And if he gets this tally of 223, well, it's 3rd for him. Abdul Hadi edging him out in the head-to-head and body weight by 2 kilos. Abdul Hadi 2 kilos lighter, so Torres looking to outplace Al-Junaidi, but not Abdul Hadi. His thoughts of silver are gone. Jan and Milinkovic are both looking at 224. Fabio Torres, Paralympic bronze. 2 World Championship bronzes in a row. And this, if he gets it, would set up a 3rd. But with Jan and Milinkovic behind him, ready to displace him. They're the next 2 to go. Fabio Torres for Colombia, 223, to go into the bronze medal position. And he has time and lots of it. Well, this is 223. Here he comes, driving up towards the summit, and he made it, but I'm not so sure. Let's see. No, it's 2-1 against on the press sequence. He knew that too. His reaction told you enough. Just went slightly wrong. Needed to be marginally better towards the end. It just slowed up. Managed to get the extension, but didn't get the result. Fabio Torres 5th, and he misses out. Technical challenge, but he hasn't got it.
For Colombia,
And the interesting thing, you might have just heard, the basis for the technical challenge being rejected was bar control. So now, 3 to lift. Milenkovic looking for 2-2-4. And this is in a bid not to be edged out of the medals. This is to go into silver. If he'd gone for 2-2-3 and got it, he'd have been below Abdelhadi in the silver medal position. But then Jan could knock him down. So he's gone for 2-2-4. He really is going for it, Milenkovic, the European champion. He has never won a global medal before. European gold and bronze in the last 2 championships. 5th in the Paralympic Games, 5th in 2 World Championships. That's his lot. That can change. If he gets this, he is up into silver, and only one man can overtake him then. So he will win a medal if he gets this. It's probably what he's thinking of. 2-2-4. It's stalling, and that is it. It is 6 for Milenkovic. Well, you've got to be brave. You've got to go for it. You can't wake up in a sweat in 15 years' time thinking, what if I went for it? He did go for it. He knows now. Can't be conservative at this time. It's a World Championship final, and he just got stuck. Milenkovic hasn't made it, and he went too high, but it was worth it. Two to go. Jan Pan is going for a medal. 2-1-9 is his position. He's in 4th. If he gets this, it's 2-2-4. It would be silver. His target is only a kilo away from gold. And he's lighter in body weight than everyone else in this. So 2-2-5, if he'd added a kilo onto it, he'd be going for the gold medal without a doubt. If this is for the silver. In 2nd place right now, Abdelhadi of Egypt. In 3rd, Al Junaidi of Jordan. The Paralympic champion cleared 2-2-7 in Tokyo. It is a reverse of the 1-2 from the Paralympic Games. Soli Poravangi is the world champion. Jan Pan.
1 minute.
If he gets this, is in silver. If not, he stays 4th. And ooh, that was untidy. And it is no lift, and the Paralympic champion doesn't get a medal. And the Paralympic silver medalist is the world champion. Well, that's extraordinary. Jan Pan had started very low and then suddenly leapt into contention and suddenly fell out of contention. Just like that. Extraordinary. Jan Pan, the Tokyo champion, is not on the podium in the World Championships, and he only clears 2-1-9. Well, that is astounding. This is the world champion again. Back-to-back world titles for Syed Hamid, Soli Poravangi, the reigning Asian Para Games, the reigning Asia-Oceania champion. Those titles will be defended over the next 18 months. But his world title has been successfully defended. He's going for 230.5. No record at stake.
1 minute.
He has his title, 225 successfully lifted. It still would have been silver in Tokyo if he'd got 225, but going here for 230, maybe a point to prove, because that's a tally that would have won him gold had he got it in Tokyo. It was 222 instead there. So for 230, and he drives on and he pushes on. No. 2-1 against. He almost made it. The press sequence going against him. And Solipur Avanji is the world champion again. Back-to-back rounds. He had to work really hard to defend that title. It was almost ripped away from him. A massive joust for the medals. And there were those who pitched it right and those who did not. But Solipur Avanji went for 2-7 in the opening round, then had that really big leap. He wasn't leading at the end of the first round, Fabio Torres was, but then jumped 8, stayed far ahead, enough for the rest. Solipur Avanji successfully defends his world title for Iran, 225. Hani Abdelhadi for Egypt, the silver, 223. And Mutaz Al-Junaidi, the bronze, for Jordan, 220. The Paralympic champion Jan Pan misses out 219, and the Paralympic bronze medalist Fabio Torres finished 5th. That's remarkable. Peter Milinkovic, the European champion, 216. He gets in the end. He made his tilt for silver and didn't get it. And Sachin Chaudhary of India finishes 7th, 202. Stefan Roska 8th for Moldova. Tactically, that was probably the most fascinating final we've had this week. Abdelhadi pitched it right and he got every lift. Al-Junaidi, if he'd made that 220 in the second round, there's a bit of a what if for him there. Fabio Torres, even though he missed in the second round, would have been up in 3rd place had he got that final lift, and we can say the same for Jan, would have been 2nd. Milinkovic would have been 2nd had one or the other got those. But when it turns red in the final round, there are sporting casualties. But Jan Pan, who looked really good for victory in Tokyo and who got it, didn't exactly look nailed on here. All of these things are highly competitive, but Solipur Avanji is the man who had something to lose. It was his world title, and it is still his world title.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the victory ceremony of the 2021 World Senior Para-Powerlifting Championships and the men's up to 97 kilo category.
Well, there was a lot of give and take in this final. There's no doubt about that. 97 kg, up to 97 kg. The penultimate day of individual senior action. It's a 10-day event all told. 8 days of seniors, juniors for a day before that. The team competition wraps up on Monday. And there have been a lot of what-ifs here. But the three men in the podium have all been world champions at various points of their career. Al Junaidi did it in 2014, and he's still here in 2021 picking up a bronze medal. Well, when he missed in the second round at 220, he must have thought he'd be left behind, but he came back and he went for the same target. That was the interesting thing, and he got it. You'd have thought at least one or two would have overtaken him. It did not happen. Abdelhadi kept on his path as well. 214, 219, 223. Pitches lifts very cleverly, well spaced out. And the 2010 world champion picks up his silver here. His third world championship medal. He was London 2012 champ as well. The 2019 world champion gets gold again in 2021. Syed Hamed Sully Porabanji started 227, went to 225. That was his big leap in the second round, and by the time he was going for his third lift, he already had the gold secured. Back-to-back world titles for Syed Sully for Iran. What a victory, what a competition. And remember, in fourth place, the Paralympic champion, Yan Pan Pan, who could have been up on the podium had he got that final lift. Just slightly went wrong on him in the end, and he would have been in second place. These are three men who've won titles. They basically have shared 4 of the last 5 titles between them. And you can just detect a bit of emotion from Motaz Al Junaidi, because here he is in 2021, and he's 45, and he's still up there winning the big prizes. Abdelhadi is 41, and Syed Sully Porabanji, he really is a spring chicken, he's 32. That was one of the most enjoyable competitions of the week for so many different reasons. We just don't tend to get disappointing competitions in this, and it's for a variety of reasons that it is spectacular. It's the last day of the individual titles tomorrow, and it's the 2 heaviest categories for the men. 10 a.m. we're underway at for the up to 107 category, and 3 p.m. 1500 Georgian time for the men's over 107 kg. So we start at 6 a.m. GMT, 7 a.m. Central European time, 8 a.m. Central African time. And if those two are anything like what we've seen today, certainly from the 2 most recent events, where one was incredibly one-sided, but we had one of the incredible world records, frankly. If you've not caught it, please try and watch it. It was the 88 kg final, and here Tactics led the day. It has been immensely enjoyable and a real thriller. And yet again from Tbilisi, it is Chamaswidobis. Catch you tomorrow.
Good lift. Abdelhadi. Good lift. Al-Janadi. Good lift. Solhi. Good lift. This is